asterisk in the soft fading glow of a distant British sunset. Let your mind gently drift back into the deep mists of antiquity, where legends breathe like morning fog, and quiet echoes of ancient footsteps still linger across rolling green hills. For this is a world of King Arthur, a realm half-remembered, half-dreamed, where history blends with myth so seamlessly that even scholars struggle to separate truth from poetic imagination. And in this long, calming journey we will softly wander through. The entire tale of Arthur, his origins, his rise, his knights, his loves, his triumphs, the shimmering sword Excalibur, the mystical guidance of Merlin, the tragedies that shaped his reign, and the bittersweet fall that turned a king into an eternal legend. So allow the gentle rhythm of this story to bring rest to your thoughts and serenity to your breathing as we begin far before Arthur's birth. In the turbulent age when Britain trembled under the shadows of collapsing Roman authority, its once straight roads now overgrown, its villas emptying, its frontier walls cracking under storms of Saxon raids, Pictish incursions, and the slow unraveling of order, yet amid this chaos the embers of a dream still glowed. Whispers of coming leader who would unite fractured tribes into something strong enough to withstand the darkness, and into this fragile world Uther Pendragon rose, a warrior king of fierce determination, but also fatal flaws, whose desire for the beautiful Igraine set into motion a chain of mystical events. For Merlin the enchanter, ancient and mysterious, with eyes that seemed to hold centuries of forgotten knowledge, crafted a spell that allowed Uther to be with her, and from that union a child destined for greatness was conceived, a child who would not be raised in splendor but hidden away for his own protection, growing quietly and humbly under the care of Sir Ector, unaware of the extraordinary blood that flowed through him. And as the years unfolded like turning pages, the kingdom fell deeper into disorder until a moment arrived when the miraculous sword in the stone appeared, its blade shimmering with cold light, its inscription promising that whoever could draw it forth would be the rightful king. And while mighty lords and proud knights strained and struggled, the young Arthur, small and unassuming, stepped forward simply to fetch a sword for his foster brother, and without effort, without tension, the sword slid free, and in that quiet moment the destiny of Britain shifted. For Arthur, still barely a man, had become king, and though many doubted him, many resisted, many mocked his youth, his courage and purity of heart slowly won over enemies, allies, and even legends, leading him into the creation of Camelot, an ideal more than a place, a shining symbol of justice, nobility, and impossible hope, where the round table was built to ensure equality among knights, each man seated without rank above another, bound by sacred oaths of honor, loyalty, and righteous questing. And as Arthur grew in wisdom, guided by Merlin's cryptic lessons and the grounding presence of Queen Guinevere, his realm blossomed, its banners rising high, its people protected, and its knights, Lancelot, Gawain, Percival, Galahad, Tristan, Kay, Bedivere, and more, setting forth on adventures that blurred the boundary between real and magical, battling tyrant kings, rescuing maidens, slaying monstrous foes, and seeking treasures like the Holy Grail, whose spiritual radiance symbolized humanity's yearning for perfection and purity. Yet even while Camelot shone brightly, seeds of tragedy quietly sprouted beneath its foundations, because legends are rarely free from sorrow, and Arthur's trust in Lancelot and Guinevere, the two dearest to him, unraveled into forbidden love that fractured the round table like a cracked shield, shattering bonds that had once seemed unbreakable, while the shadow of Morgana, Arthur's half-sister, steeped in sorcery and resentment, crept through the edges of the kingdom, forging alliances with foes and shaping the doom that prophecy had murmuringly foretold. And amid this turmoil rose Mordred, Arthur's son by Morgana in some versions, or his treacherous nephew in others, a figure destined to be both heir and destroyer, his very presence a dark reminder that destiny often circles back upon itself, weaving triumph and ruin together. And when Camelot finally fell into civil war, when the shining circle of knights lay broken, when trust had turned to ashes, Arthur rode out for his final battle on the bleak fields of Camlann, mist swirling at his feet, the cries of men fading into the wind, and there he faced Mordred in a clash of blood, betrayal, and inevitability, striking down the usurper even as he himself received a mortal wound. But legends do not end as mortal stories do, and so his loyal knight Bedivere carried him to the shores of Quiet Lake, where three mysterious queens arrived by barge, lifting Arthur into the realm of Avalon, a place beyond time, beyond death, where healing and eternity blur together. And as he drifted away into the silver horizon, it was said that he would one day return, when Britain needs him most. Because Arthur is not merely a king, but an idea, a dream of unity, justice, and hope. And so as your eyes grow heavier and your breath becomes slower, let the soothing echo of this ancient legend wrap gently around your mind like a soft cloak, reminding you that, even in times of chaos, there are stories that guide us. Even in darkness, there are symbols that shine. And even when the world seems uncertain, the dream of Camelot lives on, waiting quietly in the timeless mists, offering peace, memory, and rest.